So I made a quick pit stop at the Rio Grande Gorge. Crazy stop. You're driving up to Taos, which I believe is one of the ski resorts, one of the mountains over there. And it's just plains. You're on like at least 20 miles of plains. And then the ground opens up. And there's the gorge. Don't have a ton of daylight left in the day. And I am staying up in the mountains over there. So we got to keep moving. So I had to turn back around because on my way out, I saw a pair of bighorn sheep just hanging right out by the side of the highway. Very cool animals to see out in the wild. Even from a distance, the guy seemed not happy with my presence there. He's kind of eyeing me up and being like, yeah, you're all right over there, but don't get any closer. So now we're going to be back on the road. Let's get to the campsite. So the good news is that the campground was up a beautiful mountain pass, driving right past a stream. Absolutely stunning drive. The bad news is that it is closed. I'm walking around there's some random sites on the side of the road, which I'm not sure the status of or what the deal is with. There's also a bunch of fire rings with little red flags that say no fires. So another downside is no fire tonight. Not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna end up camping at one of these campgrounds, but I'm wondering if I should head into town and maybe chat with someone and see what's up with these guys, or there was a few like small restaurants and stuff, so maybe I'll go grab a bite to eat really quick. Taos off to a really great start. I went by Orlando's, which was this really good Mexican joint. Got some chicken fajitas. I think I'm gonna go into town. I might check out like a bar or brewery. Maybe I'll just drive around, walk around. I'm gonna kind of catch the vibe, see what's going on. I was planning on setting up the camp tonight, but since I can't do a fire, I'm just gonna sleep in my car again and be a lazy bum. Ended up stopping by the Alley Cantina in town, which was a pretty fun bar to stop at. I'm liking Taos a lot. I actually met a guy who had been to Jackson, Wyoming, and I told him about the national forest I'd been in and the campsites and the pull-off little areas, and asked him about it and was like, is anybody gonna bother me? And he's like, I recommend this other area south of town. There's some pullouts there, which is where I'm at now. They're not great. They're not super conspicuous. I really am not vibing with the other campsite though. Now it's about time to go stealth mode. It is actually like really dark. I actually kind of scared myself with how dark it is. Good morning. Made our way up to Taos this morning. Drove up through that canyon we checked out last night, but ended up at the ski resort. You guys are not allowed to make fun of my hair. I forgot a hat. So we're making the hike up to Wheeler Peak, or we're attempting it right now. It is the highest point in New Mexico. We're gonna see how we feel. I ate a hearty breakfast, but I also did a damage assessment this morning, and we're looking a little rough around the edges. I still got that bruise on my tummy from crashing on the mountain bike. Legs are scraped up, shins banged up from all the pedal strikes, and there is a bit of soreness all over from sleeping on the car and moving so much. So we're gonna see how today goes. I'm not sure how much snow is covering the top. I forgot my crampons, which kind of sucks. And I also didn't expect myself to be this out of breath this early on. I don't know. What's with all this so self-talk? We're gonna do it today. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna get good. Let's get a mile under the belt on the hike. Get some caffeine in me. Whole different world. Just passed through a group of woodpeckers just pecking away at a tree. It was pretty cool because they had completely stripped the tree of all of its bark. There was like a huge pile of bark right at the bottom of the tree, just hammering away all day. So we made it to Williams Lake, or at least the intersection for Williams Lake. It's about halfway to the peak. Well, halfway in terms of distance, not halfway in terms of elevation. Still got quite a bit of that to do. I'm thinking that I'm gonna save going down and checking out the lake for later. I'm trying to conserve my energy right now. So for now, we'll probably just keep heading up to the peak, but I can tell even through the tree lines that there's a beautiful alpine lake over there just calling my name. So we just about made it to the edge of the tree line. Actually, I can see where I'm ending up. You can see kind of the route I'm taking. The only thing is I'm not looking forward to it. It's the only thing. Definitely should have brought the crampons today. It has been like walking up slanted ice rinks. Definitely would have been helpful. I remember having them in my hand when I was packing and being like, it's an extra thing to keep track of. Should have just pulled the trigger and done it, but I'm having flashbacks to last year when I did Mount Bora, the highest mountain in Idaho, and I was right at the false peak at the top, and ended up turning around just because I didn't have proper equipment, proper gear, all that sort of stuff. This one, I'm finishing up. I'm determined to do it. It is a slog though. It's there's no false peaks, no BS, no blah, 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 blah. It's just a steady uphill slog that is breaking down my soul and my fortitude right now, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So I am at the final push. The unfortunate news is the clouds are not looking super nice, and there is a little bit of flakes starting to come down. But I'm right there, so I'm thinking I'm gonna bust it out. I don't normally like to cheat, but I did bring performance-enhancing drugs with me. My favorite one, a little Cando 2. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to bust it to the top, and then it looks like I can ride. I might be able to ride a few of these snow lanes down if worse comes to worse and I need a kind of speedy exit. But I should stop talking right now. I should keep going because every minute counts right now. I bet they're going through the same strife I am right now. Did we summit? All the sunk cost. The sunk cost is there. But storm's rolling in. Flakes are coming. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Not stopping because I'm tired. That's just a much cooler shot. Hey guys. Highest point in New Mexico, baby. Cross it off the list. Top of Wheeler Peak. Oh man, what a hike. Whew. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes, especially when it gets to the end of these big mountain hikes, it's not about the journey at all, completely about the destination. There's not a feeling like this in the world. Whew. Absolutely stunning up here. I mean, can't get to the top of any mountain and not have it be stunning, but this the high you get from finishing something hard and then getting the treat that is this, nothing like it in the world. Really nothing like it. Unfortunately, I don't know, you can probably hear that wind, maybe even see a few of the snowflakes whipping by my face. That actually hurt a lot. It's like getting pelted by hail, actually. Storm seems to be setting in pretty quick, so I don't think I can hang up here very long. So just gonna try to take it all in while I can, and then we're gonna probably book it back down. And I will say, probably not the smartest idea I've ever had to push it up here. Usually, especially if you're by yourself, you don't want to push it. So I'll put in here that I don't know if I made the smartest decision today. I was pretty confident in my abilities. I do got a pretty full kit right now of stuff just in case, extra clothes, med kit, all that good stuff. So I was feeling good about it, decided to pull the trigger and do it, and I'm happy I did, but unfortunately can't hang out here too long. What the hell are you doing all the way up here, bud? You enjoying the views? Whew. It's crazy to think some elk or deer found his way up here. It was just walking along the ridge. There's gotta be like some sense of beauty and majesty in the animal mind, because why the hell would you be up here? So we're about to dip right back into the tree line. The snow is steadily starting to increase. It's not too bad yet, but definitely glad we made it up when we did and got back down here to when we did. I think I'm gonna hit that Williams Lake little offshoot on the way down. Check that out real quick. Made it down to Williams Lake. Beautiful scene. Our friend the sun and a little bit of the blue skies showing back up. So it's beautiful just watching the little snowflakes drift over Alpine Lake. Can't really beat that. I think I'm gonna grab a little reward apple for myself because we got 2 miles left, but it's the easiest 2 miles that this hike has to give. So not often you get a sunny day with snow coming down on you. It's pretty trippy. This is a beautiful scene. Wait, let me get it. Oh, spotted a grouse. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, I didn't know there was another one hiding in the tree. Oh. So we're back in the comfort of the car. I put my little slippers on, which was nice. And not a moment too soon. Getting nailed now. Anyway, the afternoon is mine to do what I want with, so I'm gonna do what I want with it. There was a really cool little mountain biking park right over there. Just like a little fun, like a skate park, but for mountain bikes, and it's closed. So I mean, at least the weather now is like doubling up, because I was bummed about it being closed, and I was like, maybe I could just hop the fence and do a few laps. But now it's, yeah, we're not gonna go do that, so. Well, I think I'm gonna drive back into town and get some food. We'll start there. But it's nice, I have a few hours to just chill, do whatever. And I also realized it's Cinco de Mayo, and I'm celebrating Cinco de Mayo in New Mexico, which is pretty hype. So, afternoon's mine though. We'll see what we do. So we've come full circle. It's the morning, it's the next day. But I'm back at the campground that I started off with. I ended up going back into town. Got some food and some beer at the Taos brewery, which is pretty solid, good pizzas there. And then swing back really, by the Alley Cantina. Rolando and his sister Raven at the bar were really funny, and it made me think that there should be a sitcom show about a brother and a sister bartender, and there probably is. Nice campground. It's too bad it was freezing and there was no fires, because it is an absolutely beautiful campground. I was listening to that white noise all night. I don't know. It's a very gray morning, very quiet morning, probably the quietest morning I've had in terms of not having to deal with cars and other people. Just kind of feels like time stopped here, so I'm sitting and enjoying it for a little bit before I have to get on the road. It has been a morning of ups and downs here out in New Mexico. We stopped and got gas, so there's a plus. Tank is full. We also made another friend. It's been a dog-heavy road trip. Not sure what's up with that. But the mountains have been very moody, although beautiful. And I did have to throw out my last banana, unfortunately, today. It was beyond recognition. Anyway, though, right now we're out at Rio Grande Norte National Monument. It's the same gorge and river system that we actually passed coming into Taos and Wheeler Peak and going to do all that stuff. So the road trip has officially, the wave of the road trip has officially washed afar up on shore, as it will, and now we will be receding back to Jackson, Wyoming. Always a weird moment in the road trip when you hit that point and you turn around and it's time to start going back instead of heading out. Anyway, though, we are doing the big arsenic trail right now. Cool looking trail, but there should be a spring and some petroglyphs at the end, so it's looking like a cool one. So I managed to find my way to the petroglyphs, and all I can say is, wow, like, these are some of the best well-preserved ones I've ever seen. It's cool. There's like a whole area around here that you can just kind of wander around, and there's little details of these people's existence everywhere. And it's nice. I have the whole place to myself, so there's an air of reverence that's really, really awesome. It's just kind of creeping through American history here. And they're so well preserved. They just like that's incredible. Yeah, this is a really cool hike. Glad I did it. Well, so far I'm glad I did it. I haven't had to walk back up yet, so the fun parts I've really enjoyed. So I backtracked back to a spring that I crossed on the way in, which was just a really beautiful area. Little waterfall, kind of going down the river, little schools of fish down there hanging out. Just a nice spot to have lunch, so figured I'd have my little bowl of Cheerios. Although I did realize I definitely did not buy milk at the gas station, because this thing expires in like 5 months, which is a long time for milk, quote unquote. So I'm headed back up now. It is not as much fun as when I came down. Still beautiful views though. It's a little bit of rain, which is nice. It's a little hot, so it's cooled me down. It's also like motivating me, like in movie scene, movie montage. It started to rain, and it's when I kick it into high gear. We finished up with the hike, but I did spot a little overlook down in the canyon while I was down in there. Turns out it was the Chawalana overlook, something like that. So I decided to pull over there, just make a quick pit stop on the way out of the park. We're gonna be heading up to the sand dunes next in Colorado, Sand Dunes National Park. Just figured, we saw the overlook. A guy like me, I can't pass up an overlook. Come on now. Another overlook on the way out. This one's a little better. I like this one better. Nice rock. All right, it's cold. We gotta get the hell out of here. It's cold.